Hey everyone, figured I'd do an update video that I been meaning to get done for a while, but it's more along the lines of Happy 4th of July extended weekend for the folks viewing in the United States. Be safe out there, and I know I haven't done a lot of knife videos lately, but it's been somewhat intentional because I've covered a lot of things. I don't really think, even with Blade just being recently out there, I don't think there's a whole lot of cool looking new knives out there. It's a lot of more of the same. Spyderco always has one or two that are pretty interesting, but nothing's really. I'm not really locked on to anything right now. I've actually even canceled an order with a zero tolerance knife that I've been waiting for. It feels like 2 years now, but it's just ridiculous. I got tired of waiting. I had some money locked up in it. Forget it. I've gone on a rant a little bit on occasionally on some of the forums, but I really like the design of some of the zero tolerance knives. I like the manufacturing. I think they have some good stuff. But they keep promoting these knives, Kershaw and Zero Tolerance, basically the same company. They put these knives out there, and it takes forever to deliver on them. I mean, what's the point of promoting a knife if you can't deliver on it? It's just vaporware, all hype and no action. Anyway, a little rant there. I'd like to see some of those interesting knives get put out in the market. So, what next? So I guess what's my EDC? I've been always have to do that. I have to go back to the Sebenza. I've had the TI Lock and the Striders and the Paramilitary, and it's for the last 4 to 6 months. I've been rolling back to the Micarta large Sebenza. For me, I think I'm pretty well narrowed down at this point that the Sebenza is my favorite knife. Being a collector, I certainly like a lot of other ones, but as far as what's my favorite knife, it's the Sebenza. I do have to say that I kind of like the regular Sebenza blade better rather than the 21. But I like this version of the handle better rather than the regular Sebenza. So that's kind of interesting. But I highly recommend it. And along those lines, can you choose your favorite knife? I mean, if you can, let me know what it is. Post in a simple comment. Let me know what your favorite knife is. If you can do it with just one knife, it's hard to do. I mean, if you watch my videos, I kind of rotate between the Strider, S&G, Sebenza, and the Paramilitary, which I think value-wise, Paramilitary is the best knife out there. And so anyways, that's a different discussion. But right now, Sebenza is my favorite knife. And I think choosing your favorite knife is all about certainly what you may use it for, but also it's a reflection of your personality and your interests. I mean, I kind of like nicer design things, and I don't know. So the Sebenza kind of gravitates to me about how sleek its design is, that smooth gray titanium on both sides, just the clean manufacturing perfection. It's just really appealing to me. Is it the best cutting knife out there? No, it's good, but you probably have seen in my recent box test video that the Paramilitary does a little better because it's full flat ground, and then even the cheapo $40, $50 SOG knives, maybe a little higher. Well, even the Rat 1 you saw me use, it was full flat ground, AOS 8 steel. Less than $35 for that thing, and it cut better than the Sebenza. And again, that's just because AUS 8 is a very easy steel to sharpen, and you can take a very sharp edge or get to a very sharp edge. The part of that task that I certainly didn't show is certainly that you keep on cutting more and more boxes, the knife's going to wear out. It's going to get dull. So that's where the more high-end steels have an advantage. They're not going to get dull as fast as the AUS-8. The AUS-8 will get dull, but I have to say that I could sharpen that thing pretty easily and very fast, much faster than any of these premium steels. So it's always something to be said. You really have to spend your money on these high-end knives if you want a utility knife. The answer is no. I think this is more of a collection item, a luxury good. So that's kind of that little wandering discussion of knives. I get a lot of video requests, comments about how do you flick your knives so fast? How do you do it? Well, I guess a little bit of practice. If you go back to my earliest of videos, you'll see that, what's I'm asking, what's the best way to flick a knife or open a knife? What's your method? That kind of thing. So just a lot of exploring back then. But I think a lot of the knives you see me flick have the Spyderco oval shape or the Strider sort of circular and oval Strider shape. In my mind, these are thumb studs are easy to flick too, but these are what I think I'm pretty good at. And so to show you how I do it, so this is the traditional thumb stud, thumb on top through the hole. You can kind of go out like that and open it. You can flick it open fairly easy with your thumb, but what I do is I go with the index finger behind the blade. Okay, see what I'm doing there? So behind the blade, and then just a click, flick up with the finger like that, and I'm going against gravity here, but it still looks highly impressive. Ha ha ha. So just takes a little bit of practice. If you're still struggling with it, throw in a little wrist action. See, I didn't make it all the way, but I could close it with my lock open with my wrist. So I'm trying to make sure I don't throw it through my monitor. So just like that, keep at it, but index finger through the hole from the bottom and flick it out. Same with the Strider, like that. Probably my frame rate on this thing on the camera is not even fast enough to keep up with that, but how cool does that look, by the way? This is one of my Striders that I don't really use that much. Probably shouldn't have bought it, but I like it. Better than the Sebenza? Nah. Pretty cool though. So that is that. What else? Oh, I guess H1, another circular thing. This one's a little bit harder to flick. It has the pin for the pivot rather than a true screw pivot. So these pin ones often can be slower to flip. But if you got mad skills, like probably other people on YouTube, you can figure it out. So that's that. And not quite wandering, but if you haven't noticed, off of my main YouTube channel page, I have a new link. I have a new YouTube channel that I'm only beginning to add videos, testing the water, seeing how it's going to go, but that channel is focused on technical issues, so consumer-oriented gadgets, technologies, web services from a consumer angle. And I also have a matching blog out there at techdisruption.blogspot.com. Still going to be posting videos up here, of course, but so my knife viewers basically don't have to sit through all this other stuff I want to talk about and you know, maybe some of my camera people don't want to hear it either. So new channel, different viewpoints, technology oriented, Apple products, technology, consumer goods, tech, gadgets, all that stuff. Into that, subscribe me there. We'll try to do one video a week out there for that channel, but still building it out. Be patient if you're interested in that. So what else? I think that is, yep, that's all the time I'm allowed. Have a good extended holiday for my US folks, and for everyone else that doesn't have a 3-day weekend, keep on trucking.